One clip, one word, and one Mount Rushmore almost set the entire streaming world on fire. Not a ban, not leaked DMs, not even a Twitch scandal. Yeah, sounds insane already, right? It all started with a simple question that should have stayed simple. Who's on the streamer Mount Rushmore?
No, I'll tell you what I said. Tell you exactly what I said. Miz gave his Mount Rushmore. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
And then
You know the concept, not who's hot right now, but who built the game. OGs, pioneers, the people who streamed when the internet still lagged like a PowerPoint.
he gave like OG. He gave like Soda Poppin' and Rectful and all these OGs.
At one point, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy usually mentioned Kai Cenat among legendary names. Cool movement, big respect. But later, during another conversation, Dan Clancy clarified his take. He basically said, Mount Rushmore is for the founders, not for the current kings.
And I said, oh, I guess for some people, Mount Rushmore is for the OG.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
Okay.
Completely true.
So it means Kai Cenat and Speed are dominating now, but the OGs laid the foundation, which historically makes sense.
Mount Rushmore is for the OG streamers. It's not for the new guys. That makes no sense. You're not putting Barack Obama on Mount Rushmore.
But then, boom, a clip surfaces, short, sharp, and missing context. Kai sees it and feels played, so instead of letting it slide, he confronts Dan in person at a major event and posted with the caption, "No accountability."
No, you said to Miz, you said the only reason why you put me on Mount Rushmore is because you was in front of me. Yeah. It's okay, bro.
Okay, I might have said that, but that's just talking to me.
Now, the internet splits into two sides. Team Kai, why did Dan switch up? Team Context, bro, that clip is edited. And this is where Miskiff enters the narrator of the chaos. Miskiff jumps in to defend Dan Clancy, saying the clip floating online didn't show the full conversation.
I told John though. I thought
Okay, I might have said, but then they
Bro, I'm getting Dan Clancy in trouble, bro. I'm getting Dan in trouble. I don't want to get Dan in trouble with Kai.
According to him, Dan Clancy never disrespected Kai. His point was always about eras, not worth. In other words, Kai isn't being erased, he's just early.
I'm gonna say this right now, chat. Dan didn't say anything wrong. He said nothing wrong when he was with me. The fact that Kai wants him to why does it matter so much that you're on that Mount Rushmore? What kind of ego do you need to be fed that you need to be on that Mount Rushmore, bro?
But Kai didn't see it that way. To him, it felt personal, like his impact was being minimized behind closed doors. Meanwhile, other creators jumped in. Some say Kai is right to demand respect, others say he's arguing with the CEO of Twitch or something that literally changes nothing. And then, because the internet has zero chill, things got worse. Clips surfaced of Kai talking about reading books to improve his speech. A wholesome self-improvement movement, right? Wrong. Twitter turns it into a joke. People mock him for sounding out words, for learning, for trying. Yes, the internet bullied someone for reading. We are truly living in the dumbest timeline. Thankfully, Iceman Gold steps in and shuts that down immediately, calling out how embarrassing it is to clown someone for self-growth.
Have you seen Kai started to read books to better his speech? I did see that, and then I saw some brain dead that really some morons that thought that it was like they were making fun of Kai for reading.
Because, let's be real, mocking education says way more about the mocker than the person holding the book.
They were saying, oh, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean you've got to sound words out? What do you mean you don't know the definition of every word? And Kai's like, yeah, I'm going to look up this word because I don't know what this word means.
Even XQC weighed in, saying the Mount Rushmore debate itself is being misunderstood. Mount Rushmore isn't an update log, it's not a trending page, it's history carved in stone. Kai Cenat and Aisha Speed are the modern era blueprint, no debate there, but pioneers like Rectful, Soda Poppin', Summit, and Forsen walked so the new wave could sprint. And this pressure, this constant expectation to stay the same, that's where things get deeper. Other creators, including Aiden Ross, hinted that Kai Cenat might be in that uncomfortable phase where you're outgrowing who you were, but haven't fully become who you're about to be. That in-between space, it messes with your head. You're successful, you're rich, you're famous, but suddenly you want more than just views, and the internet doesn't like when its entertainers evolve. So was Kai Cenat wrong? Not exactly. Was Dan Clancy lying? Also no, this wasn't really about Mount Rushmore, it was about respect, legacy, and what happens when clips, egos, and algorithms collide. Kai Cenat is undeniably one of the most influential streamers of this generation, but history takes time, and legends aren't carved overnight, and maybe, just maybe, this whole controversy is less about who belongs on a mountain and more about a creator realizing he's ready for the next chapter. Let me know in the comments what you think about Dan Clancy's take. Watch this video next and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.